Hello and welcome and Happy New Year. I hope you all had a great holiday season. So in today's video, guys, I will be sharing with you 16 of the very best fragrances of 2023. These fragrances are all 2023 launches, and they were not the only fragrances that I picked up during 2023. So in order to make this list, there were a set of criteria that they had to meet. The first one being my first sniff reaction. So when I first smelled the fragrance, what was my reaction? Did I just like it or did I love it? Second, it's all about how the fragrance made me feel. Did it make me feel energetic? Did it make me feel sexy? Is it a mood altering fragrance that lifts your spirits? How does the fragrance make you feel? Then, longevity. How long does the fragrance last on my clothes, on my skin? And of course, we're also going to be looking at performance, right? So we're looking at sillage and we're also looking at projection. Last but not least, these are all niche fragrances. So I wanted to evaluate them on the basis of, are they groundbreaking? Are they linear fragrances? Or do they have a certain level of complexity? But before we jump right in, if this is your first time here, I'm Arahi, and in this channel, we love to talk about fragrances, makeup, and fashion. If that sounds like the type of content that you're interested in, then please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up so YouTube knows that you like this type of content, and please don't forget to leave a comment below. Anyway, guys, let's go. So the first fragrance that I want to share with you is from the House of Oud, and I find this fragrance to be quite groundbreaking because it has a very peculiar note. It is wasabi. Yes, guys, it has the note of wasabi. It is Wabisabi. I absolutely love this fragrance. It is a citrus floral fragrance that you can use all throughout the year. I really think that the note of wasabi gives it an edge that we don't find in other fragrances. This is a bit green and spicy with a touch of woodiness and some sweetness. The next fragrance that I want to share with you guys is a fragrance that as soon as I sniffed it, I fell madly in love with it. It is an absolutely beautiful fragrance with a very, very peculiar twist to several very interesting notes. And I'm talking about BDK Vanille Leather. Now, this is an amber floral fragrance with a good bit of vanilla with like a smooth leather. There's a beautiful iris touch that kind of gives me like love, don't be shy kind of vibes. It's a bit powdery with a hint of like an animalic note and some woody notes. The next fragrance that I want to share with you is from the latest release from Nishane, which is the Nishane X collection, and that is Haiat X. Now this fragrance, guys, is woody, but also a bit spicy and aromatic. It's a bit sweet and fruity, but not too much. This fragrance has a noticeable patchouli note in it that gives it a bit of earthiness. This is a very sexy fragrance that has gotten me a lot of compliments whenever I wear it, most especially, of course, from my husband. The next fragrance on my list is from a fragrance house that I am absolutely in love with, guys. I have picked up like 5 fragrances at this point from them. And I did discover them during 2023, but I am absolutely in love with their fragrances. And I do plan to film a dedicated video. In the meantime, let's talk about Une Nuit Nomade Sugar Leather. This is a warm, spicy fragrance with a smooth leather, a very prominent caramel cinnamon mix. It's a bit sweet and balsamic. It has a bit of musk, and I think it's perfect for fall and winter. The next fragrance on my list is from another fragrance house that I absolutely love, and that is Sospiro Dolce Melodia. This is a citrusy, fruity white floral. It has some vanilla, it's powdery, it has some musk, and it's a fragrance that is absolutely lovely and you can use all throughout the year. This next fragrance is from another fragrance house that I was just introduced to during 2023, and I've already picked up 3 fragrances from this house. I absolutely love the way that their fragrances perform, and there is such a complex journey in all of their fragrances. This is from Unique Luxury, and I'm talking about their latest release, which is Zengi. This is a citrus woody fragrance that has a touch of vanilla and a bit of earthiness to it. It's a very, very sexy fragrance, perfect for date night. Oh guys, this next fragrance is from a fragrance house that has also taken me by storm, and I am absolutely in love with their fragrances. Definitely will be filming a dedicated video. This is from Bois 1920, and this one is Frumenti. Frumenti is an amber rose vanilla fragrance. This fragrance has a touch of powderiness. It does lean a bit female and is a bit smoky and musky. The next fragrance is from the latest collection from this fragrance house. The fragrance house that I'm talking about is Mindgames, and this fragrance is from the Soulmate collection. I've picked up a total of 4 fragrances just from the Soulmate collection, but this one happens to be my favorite. I'm talking about Leonora from the Soulmate collection. This is a floral fruity fragrance. This is a beautiful fragrance, guys, that has some passion fruit, tonka bean, and ginger. It also has like a touch of honey and a creaminess that's brought on by the sandalwood. This is a delicate and sensual fragrance that I would recommend to use all throughout the year except for winter. As you know, I'm a lover of oud. Of course, I had to have a fragrance on this list that would have a real note of oud, if you know what I mean. A pretty intense oud, but not skanky, not barnyard type of smell, just a beautiful oud fragrance. And of course, the best, Maison Crivelli Oud Maracuja. This fragrance is perfect for fall and winter. This is a fruity oud fragrance with like a tropical twist to it, thanks to the note of passion fruit. There is rose in this fragrance, but it is not the dominant note. To me, this is more of an evening and night fragrance, and it is so sexy. It is perfect for date night. The next fragrance on my list is a sweet, warm, spicy vanilla fragrance. It is definitely a gourmand fragrance, but one of those that is so beautiful and you will not smell like food. This is Perfumes de Marly Altair. Altair is an amber vanilla fragrance, and it is a fragrance, guys, that has gotten me so many compliments. It performs very, very well, and it is a fragrance that I feel is so easy to grab both for during the day and for during the night. I definitely think that this is a fall winter fragrance. The next fragrance on my list will not come as a surprise if you've been watching my fragrance videos. I actually have a dedicated review for this fragrance, and it is Ambrosia Guidance. Ambrosia Guidance is a floral fruity fragrance that is absolutely beautiful, but it also has a bit of spiciness which brings warmth. It is one of those fragrances that once you spray it on your skin will take you on a journey, and oh boy, what a journey. As you guys know, if you've watched my video, this is definitely one of my top recommendations. The next fragrance is from Theodoros Kalatinis, and this is Caramel Oud. Caramel Oud is an amber woody fragrance, and Theodoros Kalatinis is a fragrance house that was new to me during 2023. But once I started picking up their fragrances, I couldn't stop, and now I have a total of 3. It was really hard to pick Caramel Oud because the others are also so beautiful. But this fragrance, guys, Don't be mistaken. This is not about oud only. There is a beautiful blend of notes in this fragrance that make it just the perfect fragrance for any occasion. To me, this fragrance smells like if you took caramel and you melted it over toffee. And then in the background, there's that bit of saffron that gives it a very intriguing touch. And of course, the oud is present, but it's a very, very, very light oud. It is an absolutely delightful fragrance. The next fragrance on my list is one that I'm not going to spend a lot of time on because it will not come as a surprise to you. I've had it in a couple of my videos and you guys know that I absolutely love this fragrance. To me, this is truly one of the groundbreaking gourmands of 2023 because of the note of banana. And of course, I'm talking about Navitus Parfums Ambrosia Imperial. Now this fragrance, as you guys know, was in collaboration with I the Great. This fragrance, guys, is truly a groundbreaking gourmand. They've done the note of banana in such a beautiful way. This is a versatile fragrance. You can mix this fragrance with so many other fragrances in your collection just to create beautiful, beautiful scents that are not common in our fragrance market today. So I really recommend this fragrance. Being that this fragrance is a gourmand, you may wonder, well, what does it remind you of? It really reminds me like a properly done bananas Foster dessert with a good bit of whipped cream, where the bananas have been kind of caramelized. It's an absolutely beautiful fragrance. The next fragrance is from yet another fragrance house that was new to me during 2023. And this is from Memoirs of a Perfume Collector, and this is Trouble in Paradise. This fragrance, guys, is tropical, it's fruity, it's a bit sweet, it has some woodiness to it. It is an absolutely beautifully done fragrance that has been blended really, really well. This is not a fragrance that I recommend for the fall and winter seasons, but definitely perfect for spring and definitely summer. The next fragrance on my list is from a very respected fragrance house. This is obviously a launch from 2023 and it's from Fragrance du Bois, and it is Lovers. Lovers is a floral fruity fragrance with some warmth to it and a touch of spiciness. There's also some woodiness here. This to me is the perfect fragrance for a special occasion. Does that mean that you can't wear it with jeans and a t-shirt? No, you can actually do whatever you like to do. But I think that this is also the perfect fragrance to save for a special occasion. Not just necessarily date night, but anything special, any event. There is a beautiful rose here and a very, very smooth and well done patchouli. Absolutely beautiful release from Fragrance du Bois. The next fragrance is a floral woody musk fragrance from yet another very respected fragrance house. I'm talking about Carmina from Creed. This fragrance to me is such a different type of fragrance than what I'm used to getting from Creed. This is actually ambery. It has a very prominent rose note in it, but it is not like any other rose fragrance that Creed has launched in previous years, not any that I've sniffed. There is a bit of edginess to this fragrance that I really can't explain. And although they do not disclaim that there is oud in this fragrance, to me, I clearly pick up on the note of oud. It's a bit light, but definitely there's oud in this fragrance. There's also some violet, which gives it a touch of powderiness. This is a beautiful fragrance, guys, that also proves to be very versatile. I think this is a fragrance that is perfect for the fall, winter, and beginning of the spring seasons. I'm not sure that I would use it during the summer or in warm weather, but I haven't had the chance to try it in warm weather. I did mention at the beginning that I would be sharing with you 16 fragrances, but there is one fragrance that I really have to include on this list because it truly is one of my favorite launches from 2023. And this fragrance house It's a fragrance house that launched quite a number of fragrances during 2023, and I loved most of them. But this one fragrance happens to be my favorite. And this is from Crivelli, Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. While this fragrance has received mixed reviews, for me, this is a delectable fragrance. This is the perfect mix of pistachio with hazelnut, whipped cream, cotton candy, and other notes. Even rose is in this fragrance. It just makes for a very versatile fragrance that, while being a gourmand, does not necessarily make you smell like food, but it makes you smell so beautiful. I think this is the perfect fragrance for fall, spring, summer. All right, guys, so we've reached the end of the video, and I just want to thank you again for hanging with me during 2023, and let's make 2024 even better. Thank you so much for your support, and welcome to all of my new subscribers. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video.